EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Prescott looks to throw on first. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Possibly a good spot here to take a shot as they come out with three receivers to the left on second and less than a yard. Throwing. Prescott. And that's Elliott. Complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
And the shuffle pass to the running back goes for no yardage, but they used to call that the Utah pass, made famous by Coach Cactus Jack Curtis and his quarterback, Lee Grosscup.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Prescott. His throw incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now a throw to the end zone on... First down, but it winds up incomplete.
Incomplete. Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. Going to throw again. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
53, Mike. Check.
They'll run here with Ingram. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
But down here near the goal line, you don't think of a cornerback in run coverage, but he made the stop.
Yeah, most of the cornerbacks we know, they want to be those pass defenders and take away one half of the field. But the best ones in the game are the complete cornerbacks, able to tackle and run support, as we just saw there.
This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington.
Rush in. Rush in. Check. 53's Mike.
From the gun, Jackson escaping the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tomoda Peko racks up the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost
under pressure again, and down he goes again. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long.
We're going to 53.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Caught by Cobb. A big pickup, 18 yards, but they still stop him well short of the marker.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet? And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it.
We go 46. 46.
On 4th, they do snap it to Prescott. And this is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And that will force a turnover on downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's got it to Ingram, complete. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Jackson. Dancing to his left. This is caught. Give him 32 on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pumps from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Taking it in from 2 yards out as the Ravens push further out in front. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Prescott on first down. And this one hauled in by Tavon Austin. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Prescott. He's going to get this to Austin complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
Cowboys, first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Prescott now. First down. He's got his guys a first down here. Prescott from the gun. Looking for Cooper. That's complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
Prescott yet again. That's complete to Cobb. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run with Pollard. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and
4. One just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 7 yards there and a first down. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Prescott now. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
53 for Mike. 53 for Mike.
On 3rd down, Jackson eluding the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run the counter. Pollard. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. On 2nd down now, Pollard. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Prescott to throw it. Being chased out left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. This one is right down the middle. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Forbath now to kick it away after the made field goal. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Mike, 48. Hey, pick your game up.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Prescott. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. The Cowboys' all-time receptions leader, Jason Witten, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And Forbath will put this one through. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. First possession in the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll run on first down. Pollard. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Prescott. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Tavon Austin, 45 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Forbath able to convert the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Ingram again, a first down carry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 47-yard line.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson rolling to his right. Got a man. It's Brown. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 25-yard line. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Jackson from the shotgun. Buying time to his left. This one complete to Ingram. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off Byron Jones. And nothing but daylight ahead. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. To throw is Jackson. Steps away to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Throwing is Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Jackson letting one go deep for Roberts. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. That good for 19 and a first down.
A gain of 15 yards.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
First down run with Elliott going to go for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. To throw on 2nd and 6. Prescott. He'll let it fly for Austin. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. On first down, Pollard. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now Pollard. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Pollard. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Leaders on the tackle. It's a gain of 9. brings up second.
Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the fourth. On 2nd and 1, Prescott. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson flush to his right, and that is incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Jackson forced out to his left. He is going to find Hill here. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Jackson on 1st down. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 10.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Let's go. 36, 36.
Going to run again here with Pollard. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. On 3rd down, Elliott. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Come get some. Come on, go to 54. Go to 54. Switch.
They'll run for it with Pollard. He's got a 1st down past the 30. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. Hey, nothing to see here, just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. On 2nd down, Pollard. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd and 12, Prescott completes it to Jason Witten. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Prescott from the gun on third. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Ravens 17.
So they got their touchdown, now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And the Cowboys are able to recover. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Let's put that team on the buck.
On first down, Pollard. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. So would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that, plus 3.
That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now Elliott. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Here's Pollard. And he's across.